Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting transfer updates. We start with the Neymar saga as Barca have been offered Neymar and 50 million rated João Felix, and the club will try to sign one of them before the window slams shut. We are going to discuss on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Usman Dembele, as PSG are reportedly losing patience with Dembele deal as Barcelona are yet to authorize the transfer. We are going to be discussing on that as well. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. With each passing day, the transfer window edges closer to its conclusion, and FC Barcelona are still looking for ways to improve their squad. With Ousmane Dembele's imminent departure, it appears that Barcelona are looking to make a marquee signing in the attacking department, and as per Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona have been offered the services of PSG superstar Neymar and want away Atletico Madrid forward João Felix this summer. Neymar left Barcelona for PSG some 6 years ago but has been yearning to return to the club for a long time now, and this summer a move appears likely as PSG too are very keen on offloading him. As such, the 31-year-old has been offering himself to Barca repeatedly and has done so again, with the club now considering his signing but only on a loan deal. In that scenario, it must be noted that PSG would have to pay a major portion of his wages, with Barca not in a position to cover it entirely. As for João Felix, he is angling for a departure from Atletico Madrid, who are also prepared to part ways with him, and the Portuguese has declared publicly that he wishes to sign for Barcelona. Like Neymar, Barca would sign the 23-year-old whose market value currently stands at 50 million euros on a loan deal, albeit with a purchase option included. Now, let's talk about the fact that Xavi Hernandez is not still convinced by either player. However, the report goes on to state that Xavi is not convinced by either Neymar or João Felix and would rather not sign any of them. For starters, the manager prefers to bring in a new right back and an interior midfielder as priority. Beyond that, the 43-year-old tactician does not see either of them fitting into his style of play and the familiar atmosphere created in the dressing room. But the Catalan club's board is of the belief that Xavi will eventually come around and agree to the signing of one of Neymar or João Felix due to the quality they offer. Much will depend on financial fair play situation as well, but with Frank Kessié leaving and Dembele on his way out, there could be room, especially with the Blaugrana set to bring in revenue from Barca Studios' lever. Of course, the summer transfer window have not been an easy one for our club, for our beloved Barca club. And of course, the signing of players have been very difficult than any other transfer window, all boiling down to financial constraints. Of course, since Ousmane Dembele left Barca, there have been a lot of contradicting reports, linking some forwards to Barca, saying that Barca needs a replacement. Some reports saying that Barca don't need a replacement as Ace Abde is there. Of course, we have Lamine Yamal there as well. But of course, talking about wingers, Neymar Jr. has been linked for a long time, and of course, João Felix. So Xavi is of the idea that he doesn't see them as necessary to his squad, but the Barca board see it in a different way. And of course, those two players still continue to be linked with Barca till now. and all because of the Barca administration. They want the club to sign at least either of those players, because they know that if they come, the club will be better economic wise than it is, especially for Neymar, who is the superstar among the two. As it stands right now, both players are very expensive in terms of the what Barca can offer. Barca cannot offer their transfer fees. The idea is for a loan with an option to buy. You know, even for a loan, Barca are not prepared to cover the entire salary of those players. For Neymar, Barca wants PSG to take majority of the salary if they succeed in getting him on a loan deal. So it's gonna be tough. To be honest, it's gonna be tough. Even though we got some reports earlier today saying PSG will soften their stance as to the transfer fees that they will put for Neymar and as to the negotiations, as the club they want to calm down the tense relationship that they have had with Barca, especially after signing Ousmane Dembele. They don't want to be tough on negotiations if Barca continuously keep knocking on the door for Neymar Jr. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Barcelona coach Xavi Hernandez confirmed the departure of Ousmane Dembele at the start of the month. Earlier this week, Matteo Alemany also suggested that the deal was done and dusted, following which the Frenchman flew to Paris to complete the operation. In the midst of all this, PSG are losing patience in the Dembele deal, according to Mundo Deportivo. The Spanish news outlet suggests PSG are not playing around. If the club fails to sign the player in the next 24 hours, they will consider signing the attacker next year on a free transfer. Barcelona, for their part, have not authorized the transfer just yet. If the Catalans do not act fast, they could end up losing the player for free next year. Dembele's current contract at the Camp Nou expires in 2024, meaning the time is running out for Barca to sanction his departure. So, what should be Barca's play here? It is apparent that Barcelona have the option to keep hold of Dembele for another year, provided the player is also on board with that option. However, as things stand, getting rid of the Frenchman might not be the most sensible option. Although the former Borussia Dortmund starlet is a valued commodity in the Barca team, and for Xavi Hernandez, his sale could bring in some much needed revenue for the club. Barca desperately required the revenue to not only sign a replacement but also register the new signings that have made so far this summer. The Catalans have recently freed up €9 million in financial fair play margin by sanctioning the exit of Frank Kessié. Selling Dembele to that end could help the club further ease their balance sheets. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.